We just want to take a moment to thank everyone for coming out to see us today. We've got a full slate of exciting racing action all lined up and ready to go. So grab some food, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Okay, this is a work in progress for Kokomo Big Block Mods. Running 105 Legend AI. I've already kind of practiced a little bit. The goal time was an 11.337. Setup wise, I got it down to 11.308 in practice. We're going to run some qualify, see how we do, and then kind of go through. I will show the setup later. That's depending on if it does pretty good. It's still kind of a work in progress, so we'll see what we can do. Qualify here. It looks like poles an 11.195, so I would think an 11.3 if I can pull that off again. Probably get us top 10 maybe. A low setup, bottom line setup. You want to run that as close to the tires as possible. Not doing very well at that right now. Kind of let it push up, coming out of the corners. Back in. Off the gas. Keep it low. 11.389, 6 quickest. Not my best laps. Heat 2 starting second.
The results are in. Let's see how qualifying turned out.
So let's see how the heat races go. Not really good with these cars and traffic. Haven't really ran them too much. So we're gonna see.
The second race of the night will be Heat 2. The top 5 move on to the A main. Good luck!
See if I can get underneath them here. I was able to take them high. Like it. Just when I was getting in the groove and I was about ready to say it seems like the track has come in better in the heat races than what it was in practice and qualifying, then I get a caution. I'm on the low side where I want to be. People seem to hate this track because of the tires. You get it. Have a decent setup. It's pretty decent. There's that. 11.5. Ooh, not doing too good. Not finding my rhythm yet. There we go. 11.362. 402. This ought to be a good one. 404? Figured it was better than that. I damn near clipped the tire. It didn't do too bad. It's drivable. Yeah, it looks like in the
Let's take a
replay.
look at the official race results.
If I can notice anything the car's doing or not doing. That's what I want to see from the front. Look too bad. Don't look like the car's getting upset, moving around a lot. I do notice that the ride height on the one side seems a little low. Wonder if taking that up a little bit will help. Okay, this is going to be the test. Qualifying dash. I'll start outside again, front row if I do recall. But these will be the faster cars.
Welcome to the qualifying dash. The winner of this race starts on the pole for the feature.
Got a jump and a half off the start. Be able to dart down and rewind some. Got him. I know when I was online with this setup earlier, I set like 11,392 and was top of the leaderboard. At the time, anyway. This is fun. Seven. A lot of brake and throttle control, especially with these cars. This track requires it anyway.
Dominant win against some of the best. Great job. And now let's take a look.
It looks like everybody else's ride height low on that side too, though. Might leave it where it's at then. Okay, so we're going to be starting the feature in first place. That's not bad for Legend. So we'll go, I will show you the setup real quick. Like I said, this is a work in progress. I believe some decent tweaking. Probably get this down to like 11 ones. If not breaking the, well, no. I was going to say 10 nines, but that's what I run late models, I think. I don't think we're going to get that low. Probably 11 ones, 11 twos, maybe 11 flat in time. But I'll leave it up here for a little bit so you guys can pause whatever else, get the setup. Cambers at 5.5, spring at 230, shock bump 3.3, tire pressure 7. I might take that up and down a little bit, maybe 7.5, 8-ish. See if it makes a difference. Spring rate in the rear 200. Shock bump 3, shock rebound 3, tire pressure 9. Could possibly see taking that down to 7.5, 8, 8.5-ish maybe. See if it makes a difference. Even try going up, see if it makes a difference. Go up to maybe 10-ish. Right front, camber angles at -7.5. Spring rates at 260. Shock bump 3, rebound 3, tire pressures at 9. I might be able to even take that one down lower. I'm gonna try going up though too. It's kind of hard to tell. You go low, it's going to do one thing. You go high, it's going to do the other. But the way the car's handling, you kind of go either way. Spring rate 230 on the right rear. Shock bump at 3. Shock rebound at 6. For a little extra oomph in the rear. Tire pressure is at 11. That could probably go down to 10 even. Or take it up to 12 maybe for a little forward bite out of the rear end. Tire staggers at 2. Kind of played with some different numbers. I ran it all the way down at 0 and all the way up to 2.5. Lap times seem to kind of stay the same-ish. I was running 11.3s. Best lap though was ran with it at 2, so that's why I just left it there for now. Front brakes at 45. I kind of don't use the brakes very much here unless I'm in traffic. I found that at 45 it does tend to want to push up a little bit towards the outside if you get on the brakes too hard. I'm basically letting off to enter the corner, and then once I hit the apexes that I want, I'm back on the gas and let it push back up on its own. Left weight 54.5 maxed, cross weight maxed at 55. That'll put most of the weight on the right rear that way. Ride height I have slammed at 2, -2 actually. I can see where that might be an issue though. When I was watching the replay, it seems like that right side might be dragging. But it seemed like the other cars were kind of low on that side too. So, not really familiar with these big block modifieds, but I mean, Kokomo's a relatively flat track, not a lot of bumps or anything. Unless you hit the tire, you're going to go bumping. But that's kind of why I keep running the shocks pretty low. So chassis J bars at 19, axle J bars at 11. I played with those some. I tried 20 and 11, max one way on the chassis J bar and then like max low on the axle J bar. It didn't seem to make too much of a difference. I just found that 19 and 11 felt better, but you could actually even probably play more with that and try like 18 and 12. You could probably even do something like 16 and a half and 12 and still be consistent lap times. It'll just either, one way or the other is going to tighten you up. The other way is going to loosen you up a little bit. One way or, might get tighter corner entry but looser exit, or if you start playing it with the numbers the other way, you can get it, loose on entry and tight on exit. So those are good areas right there, the chassis J bar and the axle J bar, to kind of play with your setup a little bit. Ride height, slant -2, rear weight 60%. You can go some different ways with that too on the rear weight. I'm kind of debating on if I should go up or go down with that. Haven't really played with it much. I honestly started it at 60 and it seemed pretty decent. I will try 57 and a half, go down about that far, maybe 56 and a half. And then also try going up 62 and a half and then max it at 65, see which way makes a difference or not. Wheel lock is my personal preference. Doesn't really affect the speed of the setup much. It's just how much you're going to be steering left or right. I am on wheel, so that's giving me basically 30 degrees worth of wheel turn to the left and 30 degrees worth of wheel turn to the right until you hit maximum steering angle. If you're on controller, you could probably lower that number some. I know a lot of people find personal preference, like I think default setup on this track was like either 22 or 24 degrees. So, I mean, you can leave it there if you want to. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. No steering offset. Personal preference. Sometimes I do run it. Sometimes I don't. I don't see where it makes that big of a difference. If you're on controller, though, honestly, you might be able to get away with like about 0.1 or 0.125 steering offset, and that might actually make it to where you, and then take your wheel lock to maybe like 18 or 20. It might basically drive itself. Just throttle and gas in and out of the corners. Soft tire compound, I never really changed that much. What's given a recommendation though to actually try medium sometimes, so maybe I'll actually try that later, see if it does anything. Rear end ratio I'm still kind of playing with. I'm running 520. I went all the way down to 5. I think they start you at 560, I think is where it starts you at. And my general rule of thumb for most setups, 4 clicks under where they start you, so that's why I started at 520. But I did run a 5 flat rear end ratio, and I was pulling, it was high 11.3s, like 11.39s, 11.4s, 11.5s. But at that time, I didn't have the rest of the setup too dialed in, so I might go back and try lowering the rear end a little bit, raise it back up maybe a little bit, see if it gets a little more speed out of it one way or the other. So that's basically the setup. I've been on this page long enough, kind of talked about different values. You guys should have been able to copy stuff down by now at least. So we're going to run the feature, see how the hell we do. Maiden voyage. Little Kokomo.
The talent is absolutely stacked in this AV. It's going to be an exciting race.
By the way, I forgot to mention, I just got done working a 10-hour shift, and I am going to be busy for the next couple of days. This will be the last video I do for a couple days anyway, as I will be busy in St. Louis for the Gateway Nationals at the Dome. So I forgot to mention that before the video started. Start. Right off the start. Got up underneath me. That's why I like that 520 gear. Enough power for the low side. It's got more power a little bit if you have to go high. You can run all the way around on the high side how it's set up, but it's slower. I will say that. 11.7, 11.8 slower. Rhythm that I was getting before. Heat races in the qualifying deck. Okay, we're going to get into traffic here. See how it handles. Looks like everybody else is running high. Oh, tire. That was a bad lap, 12-1. Watch pushing up so high so I don't put one of these AI cars. Just a little under a second lead. Like that. These things are not very forgiving with contact. I have my wheel-to-wheel contact at 0. Online play, you always want it at 0, but never change it back. I wonder if it's because the ride height, so it's set all the way to -2. Like the AI likes to put their nose up underneath the rear girth bar there and lifts the aft end up, and then they'll just send you all swirly. contact with another car on the Nerf bars on the side, it's like the two of you glued together. Oh, 11,402 so far, best lap. Traffic again. Or not traffic, I should say. Oh, that one's on me. Up a little bit more than what I thought he was going to check up. Got a cone going along for a ride right now. I don't know if all those cones on the track were for me, but hey, they took the cone out. Good. I'll have to look at it anymore, stuck in my tire. Seven. I'm just over driving the shit out of this setup right now. 11.4. Slow as fast with this thing. Don't need to hammer on the gas. Reaching much more than maybe like 3/4 throttle by the time I'm down the front stretch, and then I'm off. I overcorrect myself there. I about hit the tire. Explain what I'm doing here. Right there, that tire let off. And right here, there's a cone. You see that tire right there? Start letting off and making your turn. Once you see the middle tire, get back on the gas. There's the tire, let off. Pull back in the throttle. Tire, let off the gas. Middle tire, back on the gas. First tire off the gas. Feather it, back on the gas. Oh shit, that AI car just stopped. I was on the brakes and the damn computer took over and ran into the back of them. I do believe that was a Legend AI A-main victory. As you can see, 3 races ran, 3 wins. Highest win difficulty now, Legend, and the trophy thing, Mabobby appeared. Like I said, I will be busy the next couple of days. Real life racing, Dome in St. Louis for the Gateway Dirt Nationals. Believe it or not, I actually am bringing my PS5 with me. And it's going to depend on what type of Wi-Fi or internet connection. It's supposed to have dedicated internet with Ethernet connection versus Wi-Fi in our hotel room, so we shall see. I might be on to take and run some laps, but we'll see. I know I'm going to be busy though. I can only imagine the shit show that track's going to be. As far as wear and tear on the car. But I will see everybody later. Thanks for watching. Bye.